All right, good morning. So I am Apostle Jennifer. I am a servant of the Lord here on assignment to serve you today. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. For those of you guys that are returning, welcome back. Welcome back. Again, this is always part of an ongoing conversation that we are having with the Lord. So this should resonate with you. And then you should go on to talk to the Lord about it after we're done. So today I want to talk about identity. And I want to ask you, have you done it yet? Have you come up higher? Have you come up in the way that you speak, in the way that you think, in the way that you move, in the way that you act? In the way that you behave? You see, God's calling you to come up higher. There was a point in time where you did that when you came out of the world and you came to Christ. But now it's time for you to come up any higher, even higher. You see, the Lord has elevated many people in the spirit, but your body and your soul needs to catch up to it. God will elevate your spirit, and He will also lead the effort to and enable you to be able to cooperate with Him so that you can elevate your body, so that you can elevate your very soul to where your spirit's at. So have you done that yet? See, when we talk about this death to self, when we talk about crucifying the self, we really got to let go of our old identities. It's really time to shed them. Most of people's identities are birthed out of trauma, survival mechanisms that they adjusted to so that they can navigate the world. But is it who you truly are? You see, a lot of reasons why people have difficulty being around other people is because they're not being who they truly are. You may be so caught up in receiving the approval and the acceptance of others that you are constantly changing and adjusting in their presence and even mirroring so that you can get their approval. It's like you're catering to the appetites, to the likes of each person that you're around. You're walking around with multiple personalities, each one carefully crafted for the approval of the person that you're with. And right now, the word for today is to come back to who you truly are. How do you know who you are? Because many people don't know. They disconnected from it. They've been so busy wearing the character, the costume, that they don't know who they are anymore. So I want you to take some time today and just sit in the presence of the Lord. When you spend enough time in the presence of the Lord, when other people come around, you realize the change, the shift, the adjustment that you make. That's the performer. That's the false self. Your goal is to be unchanged, to remain who it is that you are. It's time to strip that old self down. It's time to really lay that person to bed. It's not who you are anymore. You're not an entertainer. You're not a jest. You're not a performer. You're God's child. You are royalty. Think regality. That's who you are. I want you to focus on this today because this may be a reason why God has not released you yet. It's because He's waiting for you, the true you, to emerge so He can release the true you. Fame, fortune, ministry, it will crush a false version of you. It'll crush a false identity. And God doesn't want to release you into all that, knowing that you are not prepared for it. If you think you are struggling to manage the personalities around you now, the people that are around you now, imagine being in the spotlight and having to manage the demands, the opinions of the world. So it's time now to reflect on that. And many people do this in different ways. I like to write. I think writing really helps. Typing really helps. But some people, like to go away and go on a walk. Some people like to process on a surfboard in the middle of the ocean. Some people like to process playing video games. Whatever it is that suits you best. Spend some time and think about if you are truly operating in your real identity in Christ. Can you truly go around different types of people and still maintain who you are in Christ? Like there's no shift, no change, no transition. If you shift and change and transition for the few people that you are around, you will shift and change and transition for the world. If you are constantly looking for the approval for others now, you will do that for the world. So take some time to reflect on that. At this stage in your life, you really owe it to yourself to be who it is that you are, to honor that, to love that, and let the people fall away who don't appreciate that, who don't appreciate who you are. Because you've always been it. You've just disconnected from it. And it's always been there. He or she has always been there. You just masked her. Or you masked him. Reveal your true self today. Establish and root yourself in that. Close the gap between who you truly are and who God desires you to become. And that's just you. All right, y'all. So if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. And if you want to donate, feel free to do so. The information's on my front page. Love y'all. Talk soon.